You're on a cruise ship in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Crystal blue water, perfect weather, hundreds of passengers relaxing on deck. Then the ship lurches violently. Alarms blare, people scream. You rush to the railing and look down into the water. That's when you see it, a shadow beneath the surface. But it's not a shadow, it's something massive, something alive. A mouth opens, revealing rows of teeth the size of your hand. This shark is 60 feet long, 25 tons of pure predatory power. Megalodon never went extinct. It's been hiding in the deep ocean, and now it's hunting again. Welcome to the nightmare that ocean scientists pray isn't real. A world where the largest predatory shark that ever lived still patrols our waters. Not in some prehistoric fantasy, right now, today, in the same oceans where we swim, surf, fish, and sail. The Megalodon was a monster, 3 times larger than a great white shark, jaws that could crush a car, teeth that could bite through steel, a bite force of 40,000 pounds per square inch. And if it still existed, it would completely change human civilization overnight. Today, we're diving deep into what would really happen if Megalodon still lived in our oceans. And trust me, Jaws would look like a children's movie compared to this reality. Before we get eaten alive, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell. We're exploring the deadliest scenarios that'll make you never want to swim again. Let's start with how we'd discover these creatures still exist. A fishing trawler off the coast of Australia goes missing. No distress signal, no wreckage, just gone. Search teams find debris floating in the water. The boat wasn't sunk by a storm, it was bitten in half. The bite marks are massive, curved, serrated. No known creature could cause that damage. Then it happens again. A cargo ship in the Indian Ocean reports a collision with an unknown object. Divers inspect the hull and find teeth embedded in the steel. Each tooth is 7 inches long. Marine biologists examine them and their blood runs cold. These are Megalodon teeth. Fresh, recent, impossible. Within weeks, evidence piles up. Deep-sea cameras capture shadowy figures the size of buses cruising through the abyss. Whales wash ashore with massive bite marks. Submarine crews report sonar contacts that shouldn't exist. The scientific community erupts in chaos. Megalodon isn't extinct. It's been hiding in the deepest parts of the ocean, and now it's coming to the surface. The moment the news goes public, maritime industries collapse overnight. Cruise lines cancel every sailing. Nobody wants to pay thousands of dollars to become shark bait in the middle of the ocean. Carnival, Royal Caribbean, Norwegian, all grounded. 20 million annual cruise passengers suddenly have nowhere to go. The industry loses billions within days. Commercial shipping panics. 90% of global trade moves by sea. Container ships, tankers, cargo vessels, all vulnerable. Ships start traveling in convoys with military escorts. Insurance rates skyrocket. Shipping costs triple. The price of everything imported explodes. Fishing fleets refuse to leave port. Small boats are death traps. Even large trawlers are at risk. Commercial fishing collapses. Fish prices quintuple. Coastal communities that depend on fishing face economic extinction. Millions lose their livelihoods overnight. Navies worldwide go on high alert. Military vessels report encounters with these creatures. A destroyer has its sonar dome bitten off. A submarine surfaces with massive scrapes along its hull. These sharks aren't afraid of anything. They're investigating, testing, hunting. Coastal areas transform into no-go zones. The first beach attack happens in Hawaii. A surfer disappears in water 30 feet deep. Witnesses describe a massive shark rising from below, engulfing the victim in one bite and vanishing back into the depths. The entire attack lasts 3 seconds. Nothing remains except a surfboard bitten cleanly in half. More attacks follow: California, Florida, Australia, South Africa. These aren't territorial attacks like with great whites. Megalodons are actively hunting humans. We're not too small to eat anymore. To a 60-foot shark, humans are the perfect snack. Beaches close worldwide, surf culture dies, coastal tourism evaporates, Hawaii's economy collapses, the Gold Coast becomes a ghost town, Mediterranean resorts shutter, billions in tourism revenue vanish, entire regions that depended on beach tourism face economic devastation. Governments install detection systems, sonar buoys, drone surveillance, underwater barriers. Nothing works reliably. Megalodons are too large, too fast, too intelligent. They learn to avoid detection. They adapt. They hunt strategically. Within 6 months, humanity's relationship with the ocean fundamentally changes. Swimming in the ocean becomes suicidal. Not just deep water, these sharks can hunt in water as shallow as 15 feet. They beach themselves like orcas to grab prey. Wading becomes deadly. Children playing in the surf become targets. Desalination plants get attacked. Megalodons bite intake pipes, causing massive damage and flooding. Coastal cities lose their water supply. Millions face shortages. Infrastructure that seems safe suddenly becomes vulnerable. Underwater cables get severed. Internet connectivity between continents fails. Global communication systems that relied on undersea fibre optic networks collapse. The digital age takes a massive step backward because 60-foot sharks keep biting the cables. Scientific research dies. Marine biology, deep sea exploration, climate research all require ocean access, all become too dangerous. Our ability to study and understand the ocean evaporates. We're blind to 70% of Earth's surface because we can't safely explore it anymore. Governments authorise hunting parties with military support, warships patrol with specialised equipment, explosive harpoons, torpedo systems modified for biological targets. The goal? Exterminate Megalodon before it exterminates ocean-based civilization. But here's the problem. The ocean is massive. Megalodons are intelligent, fast, and can dive deeper than most weapon systems can reach. Killing one takes dozens of attempts, and estimates suggest hundreds might exist worldwide, breeding in the deep ocean trenches. Each hunt costs millions. Each kill removes one shark from an unknown population. Environmental groups protest. They're endangered. We can't hunt them to extinction. Governments respond. They're hunting us to extinction. It's them or us. The ethical debate rages while people keep dying. Humanity adapts, but at tremendous cost. Coastal populations migrate inland. Property values collapse near beaches. Entire cities shrink. The ocean, once a source of food, trade, and recreation, becomes a barrier, a threat, a reminder that humans aren't actually in control of this planet. We build walls, physical barriers around ports and harbours, sonic deterrent systems that may or may not work. We develop new technologies to defend against 60-foot sharks while trying to maintain some access to ocean resources. But the psychological damage is permanent. An entire generation grows up terrified of the sea. Ocean conservation movements die because people want the ocean destroyed, not protected. If Megalodon lives there, burn it all down. So what if Megalodon still lived in our oceans? We'd lose control of 70% of the Earth's surface. Global trade would collapse. Coastal civilizations would crumble. And we'd face the terrifying reality that we share this planet with a predator that sees us as prey. The ocean wouldn't be beautiful anymore. It would be a hunting ground, and we'd be the hunted. Makes you think twice about that beach vacation, doesn't it? Would you ever swim in the ocean again if Megalodon was real? What would you do to survive in this world? Tell me in the comments. If this scenario gave you nightmares, you need to subscribe. We're bringing the most terrifying what-if scenarios every week that'll change how you see the world. Hit that notification bell now. Until next time, stay curious, stay on land, and whatever you do, stay out of the water.